guys, welcome to this tutorial, this advanced tutorial for how to play the song Emily by From First to Last. If you haven't seen the basic tutorial and you want to learn that, just a few basic chords, go check out the video right here. And that'll take you through a real easy tutorial on this same song. And it sounds pretty nice, just how it would in the song. But if you want to learn it verbatim, like chord for note, then this is the tutorial for you. So we're gonna start out. It starts out with an intro, and there's two guitars. So I'm gonna go through each guitar. I'm gonna go through guitar 1 first, then I'll go through guitar 2. So guitar 1 starts out with this simple riff. So the only string we have pressed down is the A string, and it's on the 3rd, then it's on the 7th, and then the 5th. So it alternates between 3rd, 7th, 5th. And you just play you do it in this pattern. You play the A string twice, down to the G once, back up to the A, down to the B, back to the G. And that's the same riff that you do for both the 5th, to the 7th, then to the 5th, then back to the 3rd. So you do that, you go through each one, and then you go back to the 3rd. So you do the only one that you do twice is the 3rd. So the whole thing right now is. Then what we're going to do is a harmonic. So we basically, you either do a harmonic by just going up to the 12th fret, and it's between the 12th and the 13th, and you just like that, and you lift up right when you lift up like that. So just a harmonic on the 12th. If you don't know harmonics too well, all you can do is just bar the 12th on the B and the G, and just get a more clear sound. But they just do a harmonic on the. You just kind of lift up on that second one. So that's just between the B and the G between the 12th and the 13th on that harmonic. And then we go back to the 7th. Then we go to the 5th. And you do A, 2, then just like you do the first part, up to there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your pinky on the G on the 7th. So down to the 5th on the G, down to the 4th on the G, and you hammer on the 5th. So it's. What we're going to do next is put a ring finger or a middle finger on the 5th or the 4th of the D string, a ring finger on the 5th of the D string, and our pointer finger on the 3rd of the G. And basically what we do is we hammer on between the 4th and the 5th on the D, and the hammer on is the second note of that the riff. So it's the whole thing is. Sorry, our pointer finger is on the B, not the G. Sorry, that's my bad. So basically, what we did there was just go 5th to the 4th to the 5th, hammer on, and then down to the B, and you just do that twice. Or 3 times, sorry. And then it's from, you just hit the B on the 3rd to the 5th, back to the 3rd. You can also just move, you can either put your pinky on that, on the 5th, or you can slide your pointer finger from the 3rd to the 5th. So the whole thing is... Then, so the next little riff is all on the G string. So you just go from the 4th, or the 5th, down to the 4th, open on the G, up to the 7th, down to the 5th again, down to the 4th, and then you go back to the 5th, back to the 4th, and then down to the 2nd on the G, then up to the 4th, back to the 2nd. So the whole thing is... Then it's back to that little riff that we hammered on, so. And then on the G, you hit it once and slide up from the 3rd. So 3rd to the 12th, where we did that harmonic. So it's just on the 12th, 11th, back to the 12th, up to the 14th, back down to the 12th, back to the 11th, and then up to the 12th on the D. So it's... So and that's the whole solo. We'll do it real slow. That's guitar 1. Okay, guitar 2 is very simple for the intro. It's just the same little riff that we had at the beginning. The 3rd up to the 7th. And then the 5th is a little different. What we're going to do is put our pointer finger on the 4th of the D, and then our ring finger, or middle finger on the 5th of the A, and then our pinky on the 7th of the G. And you just strum those, or you pluck those 3 strings in the same order that you would do it on the other 2 parts of the riff. So it's just 3rd, or so A, down to the D, back up to the A, then it's to the G, back to the B, or back to the D. And then it's back to the 3rd. And you just do that for the rest of the intro. Now, okay, so for the rest of the song, the verses, you can choose which guitar does what, but one guitar will strum, and the other guitar will do a little riff of, it's the same 3-string, it's that riff again, but it's just, it's a different pattern. So it's, so 1, A, G, B, G. Then it's 2 on A, back to G, back to A, back to B, G. So that's, and you do that on the A, or on the 7th, sorry. But you only do it once on the A, or on the 7th, and then you go down to the 5th, So the whole thing right now is. Down to the 5th, so you hit the A twice, down to the G, back up to the A, and then you do that same little hammer on where you go from the 7th, down to the 5th, down to the 4th, and hammer on the 5th. So the whole riff is. Just repeat that over and over again throughout the whole song, while the other guitar is just strumming the verse. So for the verse, it's just C, E minor, and D, but he bars it, or they bar it, like this, just C, power chord, which is just a bar on the C, and then D and G. You go up to the E, down to the D, back down to the C. So it's just. Smiles and her laughter. And then when you get into the chorus, it's just E to down to D, D, and then it's a G. You can choose to do G power chord right here, but I think the guitar in the song goes up to G here on the, 10th fret, barring on the 10th, and you just do that same power chord. So it's shut my pretty eyes and letters for a time. The only thing that I've been waiting for. So on the only thing I've been waiting for, you start the. Only thing that I've been waiting for. One down, up, down, up, down. And then you go from hope it's something worth waiting to C right here. Not that I ever feel real. Thunderstorms could never stop me. 'Cause there's no one in the world like Emily. That's just from C to D. And then the guitars do the same thing for the second intro. And then you go into, the only thing that's different between the second intro is you go into the second verse after you go straight into the second verse, and that's it. It ends with, and then you do the same little riff that we started on the third, and then you just do a harmonic, and then that's it. That's the whole song. Oh, P.S. You can just, if you really want to, I explained this in the other tutorial, the basic tutorial. If you don't like barring, you can just do C, E to D to G. I know barring can get a little noisy on an acoustic, so. And that'll work the same way. And that's it. I hope you guys like this tutorial, or hope this tutorial was helpful, and if you have any other requests for tutorials, leave them down below, and I'll be sure to try to do them if you want me to. So yeah, that's it.